Welcome back.
Looking at you, kid.
Welcome back to Alcohol Content. You are here with Ryan.
Ayo.
You got Rick.
Bo.
And you got me, Austin.
Bo.
And this
I don't even know.
Bo.
Constrictor.
Like an old
Constrictor.
dog.
I feel a little constricted. A little bow constrictor going on here. I don't know what's going on.
An old dog.
Bow. A bow, bow, bow.
A bow, bow, bow. Bob, bob.
Okay.
What is it, girl? Timmy's stuck in the weller.
Oh, wow.
We need to lasso this show. It's getting off the rails already. So
We haven't even started.
We haven't even started yet. This is a show about alcohol that we consume. And we're here to drink something new. Something that
Brand new.
Brand new. Is it
For us?
For us,
For
it's
us,
brand new.
yes.
We have a bottle, but before we get to that, I'm doing really well today. Okay, I just want everyone to know that. Ryan, how you doing today?
I'm doing weller.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Wow. Well, that's the joke. I got nowhere to go. If I say
Take us
well-list,
away.
that's not the name of
It's not.
It's you got to stop with weller. Nobody cares how I'm doing.
No. And so we're doing Weller Full Proof. You guys got any deets on this bad boy?
Full.
The
Proof.
original weeded bourbon.
Yep.
Weller. We won this in a raffle. So
Because you pretty much can't get this off the shelves.
I've seen it. So I've seen it in those kind of stores that they're
stores.
retail, but
It's moving towards secondary
yeah,
prices.
who knows how they got the bottle? Fell off the truck kind of
Oh.
thing. I have never seen this on a regular store shelf. So we got it through the raffle, and it was $57, which is not bad for something super sought after. It's very highly allocated. It's the full proof, so it's 114 point something.
No, I think it's just 114.
Proof.
That's
All right.
Yeah.
full proof. That
No
what
age
they-
statement.
That's what they put to distill it in the barrel.
Yeah, that is worth mentioning. The difference between full proof and cask strength or barrel proof. Full proof is their entry level, and then it comes out at whatever, and then they water it down back to the entry level. That's
Okay.
full proof. Cask strength is whatever you take it out as is whatever it is.
Yeah,
Cast
So-
strength, best strength.
yeah, cast strength.
You get
cast
some.
strength.
That's where you can get some wild stuff like
Yeah.
130 proof.
Yeah.
and whatever. So
All
So
right.
anyway, we've had the other Wellers.
Yeah.
And so, but I've personally never had the full proof, the 114.
Me neither.
We've
All
got
right.
the blue
Some
label.
Well,
Yeah, we got
let's
some
get some
antiques.
hot takes.
we got some So for again, the
It
price
smells
was right.
like Weller.
Yeah, it does.
Smells like Buffalo Trace.
Well,
That's
it's
for
Buffalo
sure.
Trace product. Yep, weeded mash bill undisclosed, but it's weeded mash bill for the Weller products.
It smells
It's sweet.
thick.
Yeah, it
Sweet.
smells thick and sweet. Sweet
Definitely,
and thick.
definitely sweet.
Just how I like them.
Yeah.
There is a little for me. There's a little citrus cutting through some of that sweetness. There's a little citrus.
Ooh, that would be a small amount of citrus.
Yeah,
The proof really isn't there.
Doesn't smell like it.
It's bringing out more flavor though on the nose. But yeah, it's just like that thick sweetness. It is Buffalo Trace and weeded, obviously. So let's see what this the old taster tastes like.
What do
You know, it comes through on the palate. It cuts through the sweetness.
Yeah, it does.
A lot better. Better than the 107, the antique 107.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's still sweet.
I think this is the best. Well, other than the really nice one that
The William LaRue
yeah,
Weller.
the William LaRue, which we haven't released yet. That's going to be, we'll release that. We did a blind tasting with that. That bottle is unique in itself. How old is that? 20 some years?
No,
not that old.
Oh,
but
really?
but it's 12 to 15,
Oh,
I
I thought
think.
it was way older than that.
Right.
But
14 to
this
16.
is definitely the best of the normal Wellers that I've had.
Yeah.
The proof,
The poor man
is
stuff.
yeah, the proof is important.
Poor man.
That sweetness requires this level of proof.
Well, and that's kind of how we felt about the E.H. Taylor, right?
Yeah.
The barrel strength E.H. Taylor, that has the required proof to cut through how thick that juice is. And this is similar.
I'm definitely getting some wood on this.
Yeah, but this feels more balanced.
Yeah, a lot more balanced.
But man, it's heavy. That weeded sweetness.
Again, yeah, I won and done.
Yeah, I don't really want more of this. It's not bad, but whew, it's thick.
But it's interesting. So on the palate, though, it still hits you up front with a lot of the sweetness. And then the proof kind of comes through and almost overshadows it and overpowers the sweetness. So it doesn't like marry within the taste. It's more like here's all of this.
Yeah.
And then, well, okay, here's all this.
Yeah, the proof it just slices down the middle and it separates the flavors.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's interesting how this bottle is, or the Weller in general, and just Buffalo Trace overall.
So sought after.
It's like, is it just because it's just so sweet? Like, really?
Typically.
Everyone's just like, yep, I have to drink this because it's just so sweet and it tastes so good, and it's just I need my ice cream tasting bourbon. It's just so strange to me, and it's really not my palate anymore. Like I'm much farther along into scotches now, and this is when you come back to something like this, it's like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
welcome to America.
Well, I'll tell you what it was, I think. So they have this on the sweeter side, pretty much across the board of Buffalo Trace, right? It's good, it's well made, it's good bourbon. And then they did amazing marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all of the different brands within Buffalo Trace.
Yes, for sure.
William LaRue Weller, Colonel Blanton, Elmer T. Lee. I mean, these are all historical things. They have a story behind each of these
T.H.
lines.
Taylor.
I mean, yeah, it's all
The
just,
Bottle and Bond Act, father of the Bottle and Bond
yeah.
Act.
I mean, they've destroyed in the marketing game. So then they've kept their prices low as well for the most part. So then the demand starts getting higher and higher and higher. And then it becomes unobtainable. Then you get people that don't necessarily drink bourbon or want to drink bourbon, and then they go out and say, okay, let me Google what are the best 7 bourbons to get, what are the best top 10, and it's going to be
Yep.
Buffalo Trace stuff because they're so hard to get. And then if they do get it, even if they're a novice, super sweet.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be like, well, I'll drink this till the end of time. That's kind of how Blanton's is. That's how a lot of people, like, they didn't know anything about bourbon, but cool bottle,
Yeah.
sweet, I'll drink this forever.
Yeah.
So I think that, and now it's just that self-perpetuating, so hard to get, you'll rope anybody into it, and it's sweet, so anybody can drink it.
Yeah, they have a lot of products, and they're good products for sure. I mean, but they definitely have a profile, and I don't taste it so much in the Weller, but a lot of the other Buffalo Trace.
The smell.
No, the sweetness, but it's their yeast strain or something that seems to carry through. You know what?
It's like that ice cream. It's
Yeah,
like that
yes,
weird.
Yeah, you know
that's
what
that
I'd really
yeast.
want? What I'd really want, honestly, if you can, for me, if you can. Unfortunately, with a lot of Buffalo Trace, you have to. The caveat is if you can get it at basically MSRP. Around here, we can not super frequently, but it'll show up if you're looking for it, and you can get Eagle Rare
Mhm.
at $35 or $37, which is for a 10-year bourbon. I'd love to have that. I think that's 90 proof or 92, or it's 90 proof. I'd love to have that at 114 proof.
Yeah.
Because to me, Eagle Rare, if you can get it at MSRP, $35 or $36, that is a 10-year bourbon solid value. Now, it's not weeded. I'm not trying to suggest that. It's just another Buffalo Trace. But to me, I'd love to have that amped up with proof.
Yeah.
And give it a
Interesting.
go. And I don't even think the 17-year, the raffle, the
BTAC
BTAC collection.
yeah.
I don't think the Eagle Rare 17. I think that's still like, I could be wrong. I didn't do my research, but it's at most like 100 proof, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'd love to just try the Eagle Rare
Yeah.
proofed up. I mean, this is good. I'm glad. And, for winning a raffle and then paying a little under $60
Yeah.
for it, it's worth it. But
Sorry, go.
This bottle, though, for me, it represents kind of the problem that I've been in this game since we started this podcast, right? So I wasn't there when a lot of this stuff was just sitting on the shelves, but as someone who's newer, and a lot of people who are our age, Ryan, our age, who are getting into bourbon and things like that, like
23.
yeah, the the 23-year-old beard right here.
Yeah.
The market sucks. And it's
Yeah.
because of Buffalo, it's because of Buffalo Trace, because of their marketing and just YouTube and just everything in general. We're the part of the problem. But you should like and subscribe. But
Like and subscribe to part of the problem.
This bottle, like we were gonna do this bottle, and I was kind of like, do I really want? I don't even feel interested in trying this bottle because I know what it's gonna be. First of all, it's Weller. Like, yes, this is expected. It's not bad. This is the best normal Weller that you can get, as far as I've tried.
Yeah.
It's good. But, like, this episode, even in itself, is just like, this bottle represents the problem.
Yeah.
Weller especially, because it's supposed to be a poor man's whiskey.
Poor man's Pappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just strange how the market is just like, people are just buying alcohol just because it's like, oh, this is worth so much, and it's just it's taking the fun out of it, especially trying to discover new things. As someone who's only been really, like, I spent a whole year now, it's we've been doing this for a year, and where it's hard to find the more random interesting stuff because you just can't get it. Sorry. Or do you want to spend $500? No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, and I was in one of those stores you were speaking of, Ryan. Not one that I frequent at all, but I mean, they have a good selection of stuff, but they know, they can get on the internet and they look and research, and they had one of the full. I mean, they have pretty good selection. They had one of the Weller full proofs on the shelf, and it's one of those stores where it's still, here's this click the sticker, the sticker on it or whatever, and it was $250. And it's like,
Just
I mean, I picked it off the shelf to turn it around and look at the sticker. Went $250, but guess what? And the guy came over and he goes, "You're not interested in that?" I said, I mean, I appreciate you having it, but $250 is just a little steep for my blood. He goes, "Well, it's okay. It'll sell before the day's, over."
Great. And it's not me who's buying it. If a dude came up to me and said that, my attitude would change. I'd be like, "Go F yourself. Are you serious? I don't care if it's gonna sell. Sorry."
Yeah, I'm not.
But
that's one of those stores that it's like, it's a retail, but they look at the secondary market and then it's short of secondary. I mean, I didn't look before we came on the podcast to see what this is selling truly on the secondary market, but
it's just interesting now with the internet and the resellers market, scalpers, everything. This is a wider conversation that's beyond alcohol, but I'm expressing myself right now. Like, I went to a podcast.
You did go to a podcast.
I went to a pawn shop, and pawn shops used to be a place you go get some cheap shit. Well, because of resellers and things like that, people having the internet, and then now pawn shops are like almost MSRP for things that are people's shit that they're selling.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's like, what? This drill. I went to go look for like just normal, like a electric drill, and it's all beat up and stuff. And I looked up on Amazon and they're selling it for MSRP. I'm like, this is a pawn shop. What's going on here? Look at the quality. This thing's beat up. It's been used.
Yeah.
It seems like, the secondary market production, I think, is just a problem in general, especially since after COVID and things like that. Like, we're just seeing a shortage, and we're hopefully coming, out of it sooner than later. But anyways, there's my rant on what's going on here.
I mean,
I didn't know that about pawn shops. I hadn't been in them.
But the bourbon boom is for sure a thing, and it's a bubble.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a point where it pops.
Sure.
And it's just there's gonna be a bunch of distilleries that have nowhere to go.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And the good ones will last.
Yeah. And isn't like wine sales down and stuff
I mean,
no.
Depending on where you geographically.
Oh,
depends.
Okay. All right.
I mean, wine. It's not like people aren't drinking wine.
No, absolutely. Yes.
But
all right, folks. Well, This is why you watch the show, because you get
You get rants.
because
you get,
you get
review
multiple rants.
and then just a bunch of rants.
Yeah.
I guess we aren't doing Weller.
yeah. This bottle made me do less Weller.
You've been triggered.
Yeah.
Oh my!
It
goodness
triggered me.
gracious.
This bottle, like I said, we're coming into the episode. I was like, I got something to say.
Yeah.
Oh, we had preconceived notions,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
It's a good bottle though. If you can get it, if you can get
It totally redeems itself.
it, if you can get it for MSRP, it's not bad. If you like weeded bourbon, full proof is the way to go. If you see a Weller full proof, that's the one you want.
Yeah.
I would say if you can get Weller at MSRP, like we did, go.
It's
for
worth
it.
picking up
Yeah,
one,
Go for it.
maybe a backup.
Yeah, you
But
don't need
Beyond that,
the secondary market. Do not get it. So there you have it, folks. You subscribe because you want to hear more of our thoughts on this whole
Real
problem.
talk.
Real talk. Okay.
wait until next week when
Yeah.
we talk about geopolitical
yeah.
Issues.
we get into the Ukraine
Yeah.
war
There
situation.
we go. Whatever war is going on in your area, we're going to talk about it. Okay. And whatever your side, you support, we're going to be for it. All right.
Yeah, that's a good.
Lukewarm content. That's our new podcast name.
Yeah, we're gonna be down for whatever.
All right, folks. That's it.